original research, the content advantage AI cannot easily copy. What happens when every company can publish the same advice, the same definitions, the same top 10 lists, the same AI-generated explanations? How does your business become the source people remember, instead of another website repeating what already exists? The answer may be simpler than it sounds. Stop only consuming information. Start creating information. Welcome to the Shahan Behkamrad Educational Podcast. I'm Shahan Behkamrad, entrepreneur, founder of Shahan Digital, and SEO and GEO strategist. In the previous episode, we discussed GEO shortcuts, special AI schema, LLMS.txt, and why businesses should be careful about strategies built entirely around temporary hacks. Today, we move in the opposite direction. Instead of asking, how can we manipulate visibility? Let us ask a stronger question. How can we create information worth finding, citing, and remembering? This is where original research becomes powerful. And original research does not necessarily mean spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a scientific study. For a business, it can be much simpler. Your company may already have valuable information hidden inside: customer conversations, sales calls, CRM data, support tickets, campaign results, search data, product usage, market observations, or years of practical experience. The opportunity is to turn those observations into useful knowledge. Imagine two marketing companies. The first publishes an article called 10 Ways to Improve Your Conversion Rate. The advice is correct. Improve your headline, simplify your form, add social proof, test your call to action, useful, but thousands of websites already say the same thing. Now imagine the second company analyzes 300 real inquiries and discovers something interesting. Leads who visited a case study before contacting the company converted at almost twice the rate of those who did not. Now they have something different. They can publish what we learned from analyzing 300 qualified leads. Suddenly, they are not only repeating advice, they are contributing evidence. And that changes the role of the content. People can discuss it, other writers can reference it, podcasts can mention it, sales teams can use it, AI systems may discover it as supporting information, and most importantly, customers may remember where the insight came from. That is the difference between content production and knowledge creation. So how can a smaller business create original research? I recommend 4 levels. The first is customer intelligence. Start with questions your customers already ask. What objections appear repeatedly? What problems exist before they contact you? What mistakes do they make? What do they misunderstand? What factors influence their final decision? For example, instead of writing how to choose an SEO agency, you could analyze your last 50 sales conversations and publish the 7 questions business owners ask before hiring an SEO agency. Now, the content is based on actual market behavior. The second level is internal data. Look for patterns inside your business. Which service generates the highest quality leads? Which content assists the most conversions? Which market has the longest sales cycle? Which customer questions appear most frequently? Which mistakes create the highest support costs? You do not need to reveal confidential information. You can aggregate data, remove names, use percentages, explain methodology, and clearly describe limitations. Original research becomes stronger when the audience understands how the conclusion was reached. The third level is experiments. Sometimes you do not need a massive data set. You need a useful test. For example, you might update 10 older articles and compare their performance with 10 newly published articles. You might compare 2 landing page structures. You might test whether detailed case studies produce better inquiries than short testimonials. You might compare search behavior between English and Arabic audiences. The important question is, what did we test and what did we learn? Even when the result is unexpected, it can still be valuable. In fact, sometimes failure creates the better insight. We tried this, it failed, and here is why, can be far more useful than another article explaining what theoretically should work. The fourth level is proprietary frameworks. Research does not always need to produce a statistic. Sometimes it produces a better way of thinking. If your team repeatedly solves the same problem, document the process. Give the stages clear names. Explain the decision criteria. Show when the framework works and when it does not. Over time, that framework can become associated with your brand. And this connects directly with our earlier episode about building an SEO moat. A generic article can be copied quickly. A framework developed from years of experience is much harder to reproduce. Now, there is one important warning: do not create research simply to manufacture impressive numbers. A weak survey with 20 random respondents is not automatically authoritative. A percentage without methodology is not evidence, and internal data should not be presented as universal truth. Always explain who was included, what period was studied, how large was the sample, what were the limitations, what should the audience not conclude from the data. This actually increases trust, because credible research does not pretend to know more than the evidence supports. So what can an entrepreneur do this month? Choose one question your customers genuinely care about, then ask, do we already have data that could answer it? Could we review customer conversations? Could we analyze internal performance? Could we run a small experiment? Could we interview 10 customers? Could we compare 2 markets? Then turn the result into one high-quality asset, not 10 generic articles. One strong asset. Publish the methodology, explain the finding, add your interpretation, show the business implication, and then distribute it. Article, podcast, YouTube, LinkedIn, newsletter, sales presentation, short form video. This is where original research becomes more than SEO content. It becomes a business asset. And here is the central takeaway. AI can summarize existing knowledge extremely well. But if everyone keeps summarizing the same information, the market becomes full of content and short on insight. Your opportunity is to become the company that contributes something new. Do not always ask, what should we write? Ask, what can we learn that our market does not already know? Because the strongest content is not always the content with the most words. Sometimes it is the content with the most original evidence. And in the next episode, we will connect this directly to revenue. We will explore SEO for service pages and answer a critical business question. What is the value of ranking highly if the page cannot convince the right customer to take action? I'm Shahan Behkamrad. Thank you for listening to the Shahan Behkamrad Educational Podcast. Do not just publish information. Discover something, prove something, teach something the market did not already know. Because in the age of AI, original insight is becoming one of the hardest things to copy.